Right, let's talk Elizabeth first because we had a lot of discourse around her in the video I did about England's kings and queens, which is in this playlist if you want to go and watch it. She is remembered as the Virgin Queen who defeated the Spanish Armada and ruled over an English golden age. She was undoubtedly politically skilled and very intelligent, and is probably one of Britain's most recognisable monarchs. But her reputation does rely really heavily on propaganda that she produced. Hides religious persecution, poverty, failed wars, slavery, England's brutal actions in Ireland, and the fact that she was focused on things that weren't really in the best interest of the country for a lot of her reign. What did Elizabeth inherit? Elizabeth became queen in 1558 at the age of 25. She inherited a country divided between Catholics and Protestants, questions about whether she was legitimate, financial problems, a war in France, the recent loss of Calais, powerful Catholic neighbours, and widespread resistance to a woman ruling England independently. Her mother, Anne Boleyn, was executed by King Henry VIII, and he then declared that she was illegitimate. Many Catholics believed that Mary, Queen of Scots, actually had a greater claim to the English throne. Simply the fact that she remained queen for 44 years was quite a substantial achievement based on that. There is a strong case that she was quite iconic and a great queen, so I'm going to talk about all of the good things about her before we move on to the reasons I think she is overrated. She survived as an unmarried female ruler for 44 years. She was governing a society that believed women were inferior, weaker, less intelligent than men. Many people believed that a woman required a man to govern for her. But Elizabeth refused to surrender her authority through marriage. She instead used marriage as a diplomatic tool, which was actually very intelligent. She encouraged foreign princes to believe she might marry them without actually permanently committing herself to it. She therefore created this image of herself as the Virgin Queen married to England. However, her position did not in any way advance the position of ordinary women in England. She presented herself as a capable woman in possession of masculine qualities, rather than arguing that women in general were equal to men. She created religious stability, but that was kind of by not picking a side. England had moved between Catholicism and Protestantism under Henry VIII, Edward VI, and Mary I. Elizabeth's religious settlement of 1559 did establish a Protestant national church, and she required outward conformity, but initially avoided actually investigating anyone's true beliefs or thoughts. This helped prevent England from experiencing religious warfare on the scale that had been seen in France. However, describing it as the perfect middle way is quite misleading. The church was Protestant in its leadership and authority, and Catholics were still expected to attend those services. She chose capable advisors as well, working with highly effective ministers including William Cecil, Dudley, Francis Drake, and many others. She could be very indecisive, which was sometimes a benefit because it prevented England from entering into unnecessary wars or making decisions that were irreversible. She frequently delayed and demanded further guidance and encouraged ministers to compete against each other, basically. This could really frustrate her government, but she rarely allowed one advisor to control her completely.